Advocacy Strategy. Welcome to the fourth video in the Advocacy Advocacy Manual series. We have reached the phase of implementation of advocacy strategies. To resolve the how-to question, we must first determine the objectives of our advocacy activity, define the expected results, identify actions or activities to be implemented, and set up the intervention method.
The objectives must be SMART, meaning specific, measurable, accessible, realistic, and time-bound. To achieve SMART objectives, we need to take the following into account: internal means, resources, skills, and capabilities. Above all, you have to rely on yourself. The means, resources, skills, and capacities that partnerships with partner actors can bring. The mandate and remit of the players to be influenced. Power issues between departments or ministries involved in advocacy. The agenda of players to influence. We examined the problem tree tool in the second video. The objective tree method enables us to move from problems to solutions through objectives. Here is the example of Dropout School. Using the problem tree tool, converted into a goal tree, we try to define objectives for solving each problem.
The expected results come from the objectives and guide the implementation of the activities. Taking school dropout as an example, the desired outcome is for children who have dropped out to return to school.
With a little imagination, we can define a plethora of activities. Awareness raising is a means of mobilizing people. This can take the form of public demonstrations, radio or television broadcasts, internet and social networking campaigns, one-off or long-term events. Influencers on social networks can also be involved. Documentation as a means of demonstrating objectivity, challenges, and possible solutions. Capitalizing on best practices, producing reports or synthesis documents. Activities with human rights monitoring mechanisms. These mechanisms include submit alternative and follow-up reports, participate in pre-sessions, influence their list of questions addressed to the states, influence the recommendations made by these mechanisms, submit written communications, deliver oral statements, and submit complaints, letters of allegation and urgent appeals. Press conferences and media kits. Meetings. These can be colloquia, seminars, workshops, or conferences, informal or formal meetings. And the follow-up as an initiative to revive or supervise the execution of promises made.
To set up an intervention method, the questions to ask are: what approach should we use? What direction should we take? What tool should we use? What are the intervention techniques? There are several approaches, including an approach based on facts and law, use emotion sparingly. The use of testimonials. A holistic, multidisciplinary approach. Constructiveness and dialogue. The agreement of the victims and local populations affected by the problem before speaking on their behalf. When talking about tools, these may include position paper. A position paper is a framework document outlining the problem. Chronogram for planning and acting in time and space. And list of players and their contacts, and communication media. Techniques such as top-down advocacy begins with the highest authorities, bottom-up, which means starting with employees and working up to decision-makers, and collective action to unite energies for greater strength. The guidelines could be the following: objectivity must be the watchword. Professionalism to conduct advocacy with competence, rigor, and seriousness. And coordination with the established chronogram, which is a valuable guide.
Finally, how to build an advocacy message. First, to prepare the message, you need to recognize and value all positive elements. Base the message on facts, their evolution in time and space, and the law. Be able to synthesize information. Use statistics. Target and adapt the message to the target audience. And prepare material to support an oral presentation. Second, to deliver the message, you need to prepare all meetings in advance. How to allocate and coordinate interventions during the meeting with the authorities. Distribute roles in a complementary way. And make proposals, suggestions, and recommendations.
Child participation is important. Their direct testimony is an asset. It trains tomorrow's citizens and human rights defenders. Participation requires the consent of children and their legal representatives. They must be protected to avoid reprisals against them. We hope that these ideas will help to develop advocacy strategies. On behalf of Advocacy, thank you for your attention.